do this again next Monday, and it's gonna run smoother. All right, so now that we have everyone here, and I'm glad everybody jumped back in and to check out this podcast, let me just introduce myself. My name is Chris Borges, and I'm the technology coordinator at Anchor Academy. And Anya and myself decided to do a podcast weekly, and we're going to do it twice a week. We're going to do it Mondays and Fridays at 12. And next Monday is going to run a lot smoother because the settings will be set. So, and this time we have well, actually, Anya, why don't you introduce yourself so everybody knows what's going on and who you are?
Do some what?
Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Anya. I'm a student in Anchor, and today we have a special guest, Kira Johnson.
All right. So,
Hey.
Carrie, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do at Anchor?
Yeah. My name is Carrie Johnson. I'm the senior classroom counselor here at Anchor Academy. I've been here just over 2.5 years, and my job is to really wear many different hats. I make the school day kind of move. I take care of transitions, and I provide the added supports that each student needs per the moment. So kind of directing traffic, setting up activities, making sure people get out on time, and so on. I'm sure there's so many more things Anya could probably tell you I do, but that's the fast version.
Nice. So, I just want to first say thank you for being patient and dealing with the technical difficulties, and we're like a half hour late. So
It
that's all
happens.
right. So
Yeah.
we've been. This is our second week doing this
So,
this live podcast that Anya decided to do with me, and since she said, "Hey, let's do a live podcast," so this is where we're at. So let's, Anya. I want to get your perspective on um, the Google Meet, the online Google Meet classroom sort of thing that's going on right now. Not only with our school, but all over the school, all over the country. But like, I want to get like a student's perspective and how you feel about online, this whole online learning thing.
I'm gonna be very blunt. I hate it
Yeah, not the
because
only.
last time I did online school was awful.
Yeah, and you know what? I know for a fact you're not on the same boat. I have kids, and all the students that I've talked to, and even my own children, do not like online learning. They want to be back in school, interacting and talking to other people, and doing things in the classroom. So we've been at Anchor. We've been doing this. We have a schedule every week. That goes out on on Monday morning, which is the weekly blast, and we have this whole online platform that goes on to the students and try to keep them engaged, and we do some really fun things. So, Carrie, like, what was like some of the stuff that we did this week at Anchor for the classroom counselors page or any online sessions that we had scheduled this week?
Yeah, so we typically do Mindful Mondays where we work on being mindful to your body and self aware. And then we also did a cool project called I Am and I Am Not. And Monday we discussed all the labels that people have put on us and kind of shed those labels together as a community, came together and really talked about that. On Tuesday, we hosted the second video with the GSA, where actually Anya helped make rainbow grilled cheeses
Wait, wait,
in
wait.
honor of Pride Month.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Uh,
Can I just ask you, what is a rainbow grilled cheese? Like, what does that
oh,
consist?
Anya,
What is
get it,
that?
girl, get it.
What is a rainbow
Okay,
grilled
so
cheese?
gorgeous. So gorgeous. A rainbow grilled cheese is basically where you have food coloring and shredded mozzarella cheese. You put in, I'd say like 10 droplets because to make it a bright color.
Wait.
Like
On the cheese?
yeah,
So, oh wow,
and like it's like basically making a regular grilled cheese, but you're adding food
I'll
coloring
be
to it.
honest with you. If someone came up to me like with a purple sandwich and they're like, "Here you go," I'll be like, "What the heck? What is this?"
It gorgeous. It actually really exists, especially in like California, because those are huge in California.
Really? Okay,
Yeah,
so this is a first for me. I would, yeah, that's cool. All right, I'm sorry to cut you off,
I
Carrie,
mean,
No,
but I just
it's
I just wanted to know like how do you eat? I mean, how did you guys make
I
a?
mean,
So that was pretty cool.
yeah. so it was really cool because what we did was like a talk session. So we had Ms. Tremano leading, and we were provoking thoughtful statements and questions where the students interacted with us. And we were discussing the history of the LGBTQ community, and the positives and the negatives of everything that's been going on, and really talking about how we can support each other as well as the movement in itself. And it was just really cool. So we have another one coming up next week on Tuesday, and it will kind of end this chapter of it, where we will be making rainbow pasta similar to the grilled cheese. You're going to mix the food coloring with the pasta, and go from there. It was really a great conversation with the students. I think one thing Anchor Academy is great about is accepting its students for who they are and helping them figure out who they are on their own timeline. We talked about, when we first started GSA, just creating tolerance in our school, because tolerance is everything, right? And then we took it to the next level the following year, and we worked on acceptance. There's a big difference between tolerance and acceptance. And now we're on the stage 3, and it's advocacy, where there are more allies in this school than most schools have. And we have people going to GSA summits and different things like that. So it was really cool. It was an impactful conversation. People had a lot to throw out there, and it was just a really good time.
That's cool. So Anya, you put some stuff together that you wanted to talk about during this live podcast. Do you have your topics in front of you? Do you want me to just read them out? How do you want?
I'm reading them right now.
All right. So Anya actually put. Let me tell you something about Anya. We decided to do this live podcast while you're looking for that. We decided to do this live podcast, and she's really taken the role of putting together the topics to discuss during these live podcasts. So all the stuff that we're talking about, all the stuff that we discuss, actually, she puts together and, as a platform, as, something for us to talk about. So it's not like we're just going live and just shooting from the hips, Joe. So she really put some thought into this, and I really appreciate all the hard work that you're doing. So go ahead, Anya. The stage is yours.
Yay! Finally. Just kidding. Since Borges gave me the thing, because I kind of was a little late on making the doc, he made it himself. So I applaud you for that, because I was too lazy to do it, if I'll be honest with you. But with Borges emailed me saying to put whatever I want. I was like, well, Johnson came at me during the GSA making grilled cheese, and she was like, why don't we talk about the LGBTQ month and how it'd be a lot easier to speak it on a live podcast and stuff like that. So what I came up with was why it was important to celebrate it, or why it's important, because I'm gonna be honest with you. My cousin, who I'm gonna adopt, well, my mom's gonna adopt, is gonna be my sister. She's bisexual, and my younger sister is also bisexual. So I was kind of iffy on it, but I was as I learned more about it, I was more intrigued on it. I was like, okay, you do you. I'll sit here and support you, but if somebody talks smack about it, then there's gonna be a problem.
So
Even though me and my siblings don't have what.
So it seems like you're really engaged and really feel strongly about diversity and the LGBT community, which is good. And I really like the fact that we have this platform, and we have this open discussion where you guys the students can discuss it with people like, I don't know, like other staff in the building, and we learn things, right? We learn things, Carrie. I don't know. I don't know if you could give me some input, like students feel like that, like the way like Anya just mentioned, if anybody talks smack, then there's gonna be a problem. I kind of like don't want you guys to feel this is my perspective. I don't want you to feel that way where you already have that set in your mind where people are not going to accept you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because at Anchor Academy, we are going to accept you. It doesn't matter what your likes are or what, as long as you are respectful to everyone else's opinions and that their diversity, then we're fine. But I don't know if you can speak on this, Kerry, but you know, it's that's the way I feel. I don't want the students to feel like, hey, I'm already feeling that I'm not going to be accepted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and unfortunately, our students, a lot of them come in feeling that way, and they have to build their trust with us. But I can say firsthand that the majority of our students shed that skin really fast and start to feel safe and secure with us. I think it's about education. We have to educate ourselves as well as them on the different things. There are plenty of things I have learned from students, just specific to the LGBTQ topic that I was unaware of before. And so it's this equality, right? We support you, you support us. So keep fostering that conversation. Keep building off of that. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they have to take matters into their own hands. At Anchor Academy, we're community, and that's what we really push. You know, let the community support you. Let's talk this through and figure out how we can create an initiative or something like that to support your thought process, assuming it's not hurting others.
Awesome. So Anya, what do you have on that next? You had something on the on there. You had why is it important? What's that next topic or question that you had?
Why we should stand together?
Why should we stand together? I'll let you take the lead on this, Carrie. Why should we stand together?
Because why not? Number one. Why take on the world by yourself when you don't have to? Right. You know, you can be powerful by yourself, but you can create a movement with millions of other people. And it starts with just a few folks who care about something important. I don't want to be alone. I don't have to be alone. You know what I mean? We can support each other. We can foster each other. We can create a difference. You know, we can make that difference. I don't know. What do you think, Anya?
I think you're right. I mean, we are. It takes one person to stand up and to talk about it, but talking doesn't really do much.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. Like you can talk about it as all you want, but until there's a change or until there's a some sort of action, talk is just talk, and talk is cheap.
Yep.
So you can say you're going to do things. You can say you believe in this. You can say, I support you. But how are you going to do it? You know, how you're going to if you support me as a person, you support me, and when I need you, where are you?
Right.
Those, I think, what you said was on point. And then Anya, you had your last question over here is really kind of a tough question. Why do we celebrate Pride Month? Why? Why celebrate it?
Asking me.
Right?
In my opinion, I think it's better to celebrate it because it goes to show that people are not really afraid to show their true selves.
Mm-hmm.
And they shouldn't have to live in the dark, and they should just come out and be free and be who they are.
In my opinion only, I think it's important to celebrate to show that you're not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we celebrate things, we get a community of people or a group of people celebrating, and then you do realize I'm not the only one.
Yeah, you're not in it alone.
Right, and sometimes we do feel alone when it comes to situations or topics and that you know touchy. What people are afraid to speak up or they're afraid to how is she going to think? What are they going to think about me? Or am I going to be accepted in this group? Or is this okay? It is okay, and you are going to be accepted when you come to Anchor. You're always going to be accepted, and it's okay to talk about it. And it's okay to be who you are, and that's what we believe in, and that's what we're going to be doing every single day. So I don't know if you have any closing thoughts on this.
I just wanted to throw out there. I mean, this ties into the LGBTQ kind of concept ties into Black Lives Matter and everything that's going on right now, right? Um, the LGBTQ community has been a minority for so long, similar to other minority groups. And like you said, Borges, it takes one person to stand up, and there's usually a handful of people in a room that are thinking something similar, and it just takes one person to be the catalyst to make things happen. And I think you're right. Anchor Academy is a community where we foster and support each other. And why not celebrate Pride Month? Why not celebrate Black History Month? Why not celebrate the things that people tend to shy away from? Let's talk about it. Diversity is important. Anchor Academy is all about diversity and culturally aware people. I mean, just look at our staff alone. You know what I mean? We all come from different backgrounds.
Yeah, we do. So, yeah, we do. Um, awesome job, Anya. I really appreciate you putting these topics together to discuss. It's really, it's really good conversation to have. Um, so I put some stuff to talk about, just to let people know what we do and what we've been doing here at Anchor. I'm a little curious, and I'm not a student, but I want to hear it like from a student perspective. Like, what kind of, at Anchor Academy, we did a lot of hands-on stuff during school. We had people building bikes, people fixing bikes, people going on internships and working on boats, people, students going to Battleship Cove and helping maintain that. Now that that's all taken away and that's all gone, how do we do this online hands-on thing? How is this working, and what does it look like? Will someone just explain how can we do hands-on activities with students at Anchor using the Google Meet platform? How is this working?
I mean, thanks to Andrew, because since he's the Voc teacher, he drops off like community voting stuff. I still have my community voting stuff, and this is what we did at one of these days.
Cool.
That's cool. So the staff drop off supplies that you need, and talk me through it. So what happens? You just gotta follow directions, or does someone help you? How does this work on you?
Yeah, you just someone helps you with it. Um,
But
yeah, someone helps you with it, building it,
how are they
and it takes
helping you?
time.
How do they help you? They're not there. So how's this working?
The internet, Borges. It's the
Wow.
reason why we have the internet for the reason.
All right. So you guys so you mean to tell me you guys go on a Google Meet and you just follow the instructions that Andrew's given you,
Yep.
right? That is pretty cool. I also learned that Carrie really is a great person building masks or creating masks out of T-shirts. So she had some
T-shirt, socks.
so you had some hands-on activities or hands-on something with this whole online platform. How did that work out, Carrie?
Yeah, so it was about getting creative, and due to the pandemic, we were told we had to wear masks, and where could you find them, right? So I watched a lot of videos of how to do it yourself, and I made a lot of failures. But I ended up showing the good and the bad and what works and what didn't work, and did it online with the students. We took some photos of it. We can post that later. Taking a shot. Oh, there you go, Anya. Here it is. That one's a lot better looking than the ones that I made. It's really getting hands-on with the students. We do spirit days during the time so that they can interact with us and still connect. We have an environmental hour once a week where Chris does something with them that the students can do at home, so that it's not a burden at home, but they can still participate. Culinary, where we let the students know and families through the newsletter that goes out weekly what they would need for tools or supplies in order to do it with us live. just getting as creative as we can. Nobody saw this whole thing coming.
No. So it's really cool that I think it's really amazing how the students still have opportunities to do hands-on activities using a computer. So
Yeah.
that is really cool. When I envisioned this and when I thought, oh man, we're gonna be going online and everybody's gonna be working from home, I was like, wow, how's this gonna work? These what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get these students engaged? How are we gonna get everybody interested? And what's gonna happen? Are they just gonna sit on a chair behind a computer for 6 hours a day? But what I saw is like, man, you guys really are creative in getting these students to do things hands on and just following along with a lot of the activities you guys are coming up with, which I think is phenomenal. It's great.
Thank you.
It's not the same. I'll be honest with you, it's not the same. I kind of wish this was done in a different environment, but
Yep.
but what you guys are doing, being creative and coming up with ways to make it fun as much as possible is really cool. So I really, to you, Carrie, and all the other staff that are coming up with crazy ideas and how to do stuff, I really think is great.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I know that I know the whole school is working hard, but I work primarily with the classroom counselors, and they bust their butts all day trying to figure out what to do next. And I want to give some feedback to the students too. They're crushing it. They're signing on and they're participating in our meets, and they tell us what they want. They're active in the conversations. Sometimes what we had planned goes out the window because another topic comes up, and it's been appropriate and it's been great.
Nice. Okay, so we've been on for about a good half hour now. Where we were doing this live. We're gonna be going on again on Monday at 12. We're gonna have another guest. We don't know who it is yet, but stay tuned. I'll be sending out the link. I want to apologize again for not having the settings correct. I was testing out a new software that we thinking we were going to use, but it's not going to work out. I'm just going to keep everything the way it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? That's what I'm going to go with. Anya, do you have any last words to say or anything?
Nope.
I want to. Yeah, listen. The topic that you came up with, Anya, is really powerful. Great. I really appreciate you putting that together. And Carrie, thank you for putting your input and educating not only me but educating everybody else who's listening. Because every time you watch one of these or you're live watching something live, I always get educated by the guests or anyone who's talking. So thank you.
Thank you for having me, guys. You guys
Alrighty. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I am going to end this stream right now. Later.